You can buy 120 grams of Bhang from a government licensed shop.
हर दिन 120?
Anytime you want. Consume it in the morning, then go back again in the evening and you want to buy another 120 grams, it's completely fine. Odisha used to sell Ganja also legally through government Ganja shops. Now they're called government Bhang shops. A lot of people used it to clean their bowels. Because
really?
It cleans your bowels very nicely. So that
Bhang?
Yes, the Bhang. And many people started drinking Bhang. It's been there, and that is why maybe it's legal. Because so many people consumed it.
कोई आया बोलता है ब्रो गांजा फूक रहे हैं, क्या ट्रिप है, उसने पुलिस से पकड़ लिया, बोलता अरे ब्रो गुड शिट, पता चला वो घोड़े का.
For just smoking a joint, you end up
being
in the prison for a month. Is it a nice thing to do with a young kid? It doesn't.
एक क्वेश्चन जो मैं जब I was discussing it with my team and they said कि ये जरूर पूछना, एक ही पेड़ है जिससे भांग निकलता है, उसी से गांजा निकलता है, उसी से चरस निकलती है, हेम्प भी उसी का ही एक प्रोडक्ट है, कैनबिस पेड़ की हम बात कर रहे हैं. ऐसा क्यों है कि गांजा और चरस इलीगल है लेकिन भांग लीगल है?
Many kids who smoke 50, 20, 30 cigarettes and it's out there. We know our friends who smoke 20, 30 cigarettes a day. We see lot of pan shops selling cigarettes everywhere. Wherever you go, you buy cigarettes, very easily available.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is a brand new episode of Wassup, Aabir. Holi is around the corner and that's why we present you Bhang Journeys. Akshaya, how are you?
Thank you so much. I'm good and very happy to be here.
Akshaya Bahibala, he has written Bhang Journeys, which is stories, histories, trips and travel. Yes. A very interesting conversation क्योंकि भाई a lot of people say कि हमारा culture का part है. भांग अभी भी बहुत सारे स्टेट्स में लीगली मिलती है, बहुत लोग कंज्यूम करते हैं एंड होली स्पेशली वन ऑफ दोज डेज जब फैमिली वाले भी कुछ नहीं बोलते कि हाँ बिल्कुल यू कैन ट्रिप ऑन द भांग एज मच एज यू वांट. बट ऑन द कॉन्ट्ररी उसी कैनबिस, वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट हेम्प एंड कैनबिस, कैनबिस से ही कुछ प्रोडक्ट्स हैं लाइक गांजा और हैश जो कि लीगल नहीं है बट अ लॉट ऑफ पीपल, हम भारत में रहते हैं और झूठ बोलने की कोई बात नहीं है, अ लॉट ऑफ पीपल एक्चुअली कंज्यूम इट. सो दिस बुक इज अबाउट द हिस्ट्रीज, योर मेमोइर्स, योर स्टोरीज and everything, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I come from Odisha, and in Odisha, Bhang is legal. You can buy 120 grams of Bhang from a government licensed shop.
हर दिन 120?
Anytime you want.
तो फिर एक दिन में जाके इंसान 10 बार ले लेगा तो 1 किलो.
Doesn't matter if you consume it in the morning, then go back again in the evening and you want to buy another 120 grams. It's completely fine. But you cannot possess more than 120 grams.
At a given point of time.
And you cannot do a party in a congregation of 50 people together and getting 120 grams each and doing a party. That is not allowed. But for your personal consumption, you can definitely buy 120 grams worth Bhang from any government license shops, which we have like around 200 now in Odisha. Still.
Wow.
And you can just consume it.
That's a pretty big number, man.
It is very big. And many don't even know that until the NDPS Act came after somewhere in 1985-86, just before that, Odisha used to sell Ganja also legally through government Ganja shops. Now they're called government Bhang shops.
Oh, and they were called Ganja shops?
Yes, they were called.
So there were no peddlers, this and that in every part of India before?
No. Many states, even today, you find Bhang legally, including Uttar Pradesh, Rajasthan, Odisha, and people.
Even in MP, I guess. I am from MP, I guess. I have seen Holi ke time pe I have seen shops.
I think it's available everywhere in the country.
Okay.
Bhang, wherever you go, you can get Bhang.
Okay, makes sense.
And maybe you hide it because it's not legal in many states. But I meet people everywhere in the country who smoke or drink Bhang.
Okay. When we talk about it, since you were mentioning 120 grams, मैं ये सोच रहा हूँ कि एक्चुअली इंसान खा कितना सकता है, मतलब भांग कितना पी सकता है? 120 ग्राम्स जितना मुझे इमेजिन करके लग रहा है कि काफी ज्यादा ही होता है.
It depends on who you are.
A random guy who has never consumed bhang.
10 grams is enough.
Oh, तो फिर तो 120 ग्राम बहुत होता है.
Yes, it is.
By that logic तो बहुत ज़्यादा होता है.
Okay. And generally, the 120 grams you have to purify it again, the stems and the.
Acha, so you don't get jo, as they say, bhang ka
you
gola.
get, no. You get leaves.
Oh, then you have to purify it and
purify
you have to make it on your own.
Make it on your own.
Okay.
You are not allowed to sell bhang lassi or bhang tablets. You are only allowed to sell the leaves of cannabis tree in government bhang shops.
I've been to Varanasi. I was with my dad. I went there. I was just strolling down the घाट,
Yes.
ये दशाश्वमेध घाट के आगे साइड, गदोलिया साइड. वहाँ पे मैंने बहुत सारी दुकानें देखी जहाँ पे भांग की लस्सी मिल रही है, ये मिल रहा है. I've been to पुष्कर. They serve this magic lassi, magic shake. Obviously, it's bhang shake or bhang lassi. मतलब I really want to know, when you travel across India and you were actually doing research for this book, what all these kind of for the lack of a better word, trippy places have you seen?
My primary research is from Odisha.
Okay.
What I have done is I've traveled to various districts of my state, where today we have a huge problem of illegal plantation of marijuana at a very high scale, and there's a demand for Odisha marijuana everywhere in the country. That is why most of the people are actually trying to get their hands on the very good quality marijuana.
And what is so different about Odisha marijuana and
so in Odisha there are places like Kondhamal, Koraput, where the quality of marijuana is very good, dry, golden, and a lot of people like it.
Okay.
And that is why it's just growing and growing, and now you can see hundreds of acres of land inside the forest where it is illegally planted and then distributed around the country. And yes, the excise department of Odisha is trying their best to destroy as much as plantation possible, but it's at a large scale. So when I visited many districts with the excise department people to see the scale, I was surprised, and we actually are not able to destroy enough, and they easily transport it to other parts of the country.
Now the basic question: why do you think of writing this book? क्या था?
So I grew up in Puri, and Puri is a very religious place, and Puri has a history of Bhang. Growing up, we would see Bhang everywhere, every street corner someone is selling Bhang with sweets, Bhang lassi, Bhang sharbat, Bhang laddu, Bhang churma, and of course you want to try, right? And I got addicted and I started drinking it, smoking it. You go to the government Bhang shop, you not only buy Bhang, you buy also marijuana. You don't know whether it is legal or illegal. You are just a young guy, you just want to get high and you buy. And I got addicted. And there was a time when I was doing nothing. I was just smoking, drinking, until I realized that I'm unable to do anything else. That's the only thing that I'm doing. And in 2008, I quit and I started working in different places. Then I got into the publishing industry in 2010. And for the last 13 years plus, I'm in the publishing industry. And when we were talking about different books, I somehow talked about a book on Bhang with Ravi, my publisher. And Ravi said, why not you do it? Why not you write it? Because there are no funny books or personal account of Bhang or marijuana in a book form in India. So we decided, okay, let's do it. And that's how the book came out.
देखिए, हम कितना भी कुछ बोल ले, there is still a taboo, right? आप अगर किसी फैमिली डिनर टेबल पे जाके बोलो, kid goes to a dad and parents and say कि I really want to smoke weed, I really want to have bhang. आज भी except for होली या साल में 1-2 दिन के अलावा वो बहुत negative connotation से इस पूरे conversation को देखा जाएगा. How do you see we can normalize it?
But it can be very different in a city or in a place like Varanasi or Puri, for instance.
Okay.
Puri is very religious. It has its history, like 1,000 years back. The temple culture. A lot of people used it to clean their bowels, because
Really?
it cleans your bowels very nicely. So that
The bhang or
yes, the bhang. And many people started drinking bhang. It's been there, and that is why maybe it's legal, because so many people consumed it. And of course, when we talk about bhang, we also have to understand any substance or even per se, alcohol in India, we have a taboo. Do we drink together in families? We hide it from each other, The kids go out, drink on their own. The father goes out, drinks on his own. Very, very few families allow it to be a cultural thing, a family thing. They sit together or drink, and they drink in a civil way. We still have a taboo. And Bhang, I believe, since it's religious, many places there is no taboo at all. For instance, Trinath Mela, this Mela, that's religious Mela that we do in temples, it is all about drinking Bhang and smoking weed and, worshipping the god. They're called Trinath Mela, and they're in Bengal, they're in Odisha. There are many places in India where they do it. They do play music, and then they worship the Trinath god, and they consume a lot of Bhang or Ganja. It's just there. And yes, it is a taboo in many, many places.
इतना कॉन्वर्सेशन होता है, मतलब
जी,
आई एम श्योर आपसे भी किसी ना किसी ने पूछा ही होगा, और बहुत बार आप भी इस कॉन्वर्सेशन के पार्ट रहे होगे कि ये लीगल क्यों नहीं हो जाता, अगर ये इतना ही हेल्दी है या इतना ही बढ़िया है. बिकॉज अब कई जगह मेडिसिनल यूज यूएस में तो है, बट इंडिया में भी बहुत सारे स्टार्टअप्स हैं जो कि CBD टैबलेट्स बना रहे हैं. अब मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ आयुष से लेके वो परमिशन लेके दे मेक CBD.
When you purify it, there are many things that you can do, painkillers. If you have a sleep disorder, you can use it for sleeping. But maybe the form has to be, debated. कौन से फॉर्म में ये लीगल रहना चाहिए, कौन से फॉर्म में इलीगल रहना चाहिए, कहाँ पे बिकना चाहिए. It requires a bigger debate.
और वो पॉलिसी चेंज है, बहुत बड़ा पॉलिसी
चेंज भी है. And we have to think कि अगर हम लोग इतना सारा दारू खरीदने के लिए लोगों को बोल रहे हैं और खरीद रहे हैं लीगली, तो मे बी वी कैन से कि आप इतना भांग खरीद सकते हो. इफ नॉट 120 grams, मे बी 10 grams or 5 grams. और वी कैन एटलीस्ट हैव अ डिबेट. राइट नाउ, we are not even talking about it. In some places it is legal. Once you get out of Odisha with 20 grams of bhang, you can be arrested. But it is legal. 120 grams of bhang is legal just across the border. So I think that requires a bit of a bigger debate in many platforms.
Bhang तो I guess उतना बड़ा concern भांग के साथ नहीं है. I was talking primarily about weed और hash. क्योंकि marijuana, देखिए, मतलब we are having this conversation. आपको भी reality पता है, मुझे भी पता है. There are parts in Himachal Pradesh you enter a lot. A random guy will come to you, sir, कोई stuff चाहिए stuff. अब आपको पता है मिल तो रहा है ओपनली, राइट?
इट इज अवेलेबल एवरीवेयर.
एवरीवेयर, मतलब इंडिया में भी इतने न्यूज़ आते हैं, इतने रिपोर्ट्स आते हैं, a lot of raids and so.
I talk about this in my book somewhere, how sometimes you get into trouble, but most of the times the entire society wants to have it, but only few face the consequences. Like some poor peddler goes to prison, some young guy gets into trouble, and you get arrested. Your entire social life is ruined because the entire news channels are running things about you that this guy is smoking up and all that. But if you're allowing cigarettes at a large scale, kids are smoking like hundreds, 200 cigarettes a day. Do you think 100 cigarettes and one joint is not equal? I think it would be equal. I am not saying that
maybe शायद वो कम होगा, मुझे लगता है
maybe कम हो सकता है,
कम हो सकता है.
But you allow
because
it.
100 cigarettes.
Yeah, I know many kids who smoke 50, 20, 30 cigarettes, and it's out there. We know our friends who smoke 20, 30 cigarettes a day. We see lot of pan shops selling cigarettes everywhere. Wherever you go, you buy cigarettes, very easily available. But like I said, we have to have a debate, not that whether it is good, bad. How do we know? We have to talk about it. We have to understand how come before 1985 it was legal and we used to smoke, and now we are trying to increase the volume of consumption of alcohol by opening alcohol shops in every gram panchayat. So is alcohol good for us?
Certainly not.
Is it not very, very expensive in a country like India, in a state like Odisha, where small panchayats depend on subsidized rice to survive the population? We are giving them alcohol shops. So I don't know, if we talk, something will come out of it. And if we all decide, we are a democratic country, right? If we all decide that we can allow 10 grams or 5 grams, or we can allow it in form of medicine or painkillers, there is nothing wrong. In many places now we have started using it for medicine, like the Ayurvedic people have been using it for a long time. It is there, it's already there.
The primary debate जो अक्सर सुनने को मिलता है, मतलब I have followed a lot of debates in the past as well. The primary debate, what they say is, it's a gateway drug. What happens is, आप start तो कर देते हो कि चलो ठीक है कई जगह legal होता है, and then you move into more serious shit, like you move into psychedelics, you move into cocaine or heroin. So that can be a worrisome thing for a lot of people. इसीलिए maybe शायद.
So in that case, beer is a very soft drink to start off with. Then you get into so many hard drinks. You want to mix and match. You want to do different things with it. You want to start with a hookah. You get into smoking daily habits. So I don't know. Who am I to decide for you? Let people decide. We all can talk about it. And if it is problematic for someone, he or she can quit, or you have to ways to clean them again maybe.
But do you think a positive impact of this in the society?
Of course, instead of doing it illegally, putting hundreds and thousands of kids' life in danger, putting them behind bars.
Because nobody knows the quality also.
Yes.
Right? Nobody checks the quality,
No,
right?
nothing.
वो आके वो क्या दे रहा है? Like I was watching this stand-up comedian का clip कुछ दिन पहले, he is saying कि कोई आया बोलता है ब्रो गांजा फूक रहा है, क्या ट्रिप है, उसने पुलिस से पकड़ लिया, बोलता अरे ब्रो गुड शिट, पता चला वो घोड़े का.
For just smoking a joint, you end up
being
in the prison for a month. Is it a nice thing to do with a young kid? It doesn't. And this has happened in the recent times also. Recently we have seen these things on television, that just for the possession of a joint, you are arrested and put behind bars for a month. Okay, let's talk about it and find a solution, not do these things. It is illegal, but everywhere it is available. In Bombay, in Delhi, in Calcutta, wherever you go. And I am not saying that I am only able to find it, not others are not finding it. Everybody is finding it.
True.
And we are arresting a lot of people, we are putting them behind bars, but it's not changing. It's there because many youngsters, many adults in this country want to smoke. They smoke up and they are not talking about it and saying, okay, this much quota should be legal because it is also recreational.
I was coming to that actually. I was reading this article sometime back, around 2-3 months, 4 months back, and they spoke about it, like everybody has their financial needs, this need, that need. A lot of people have recreational needs.
Of course.
And for that, like जैसे alcohol legal है, for a lot of people they need marijuana to be legalized because it's a part of their recreational needs.
Yeah. Like you go to a medicine shop, a chemist, right? And these days, without a prescription, you can buy painkillers, right? Anywhere you go.
True.
And I see a lot of people, buying painkillers and, using them just to get some kind of high. Are we stopping that?
Really?
Yeah, many people
Painkillers से high भी आता है?
I don't know what high they get, but they are buying painkillers. Many people use it. Or maybe just they want to sleep. Who knows? But you are allowed to buy chemist shops से any kind of medicine you want, right? Without a prescription.
Even sleeping pills. मतलब है वो illegal. आप
It is
sleeping
illegal.
pills ऐसे over the counter नहीं ले सकते.
Maybe in bigger towns it's not possible.
Not possible.
In
smaller towns
it is possible.
ले लेते हैं.
It is possible too. So all I am trying to say, this book is not about legalizing it or not legalizing it. It is my own journey, how I went through it, how I got addicted. There are many characters. For instance, there's a guy who's selling Bhang, got a license to sell Bhang, a government licensed Bhang shop. There is this other chapter on Opium. Many of us don't know that, in India, in many states, we have this program called Opium de-addiction program, under which the excise
Opium
department...
is
Opium. And under this, the excise department makes sure that these addicts who have declared themselves as opium addicts get their quota of opium every month, and they have this card, like a passbook. You have a small booklet which has your name, your age, and the quota given to you for consumption, and it's there.
I guess we'll show this on the video as well.
Please do.
For all those people, what he's saying is, हिंदी भाषी जद्दा के लिए मैं ये बता दूं कि कई states में ऐसा भी सीन है कि you get something called a opium card, अफीम card.
But this is on the medical ground. Only
if only you get it only if you are addicted to अफीम.
And this was there for quite a long time. But now it's abolished, so you cannot get these cards.
But जिनके पास कार्ड है, they can still
जिनके पास है, जिनको अभी भी चाहिए वो, whoever is not dead yet, and they still need their quota, they got these cards, and the excise department makes sure that you get your quota every month, 10 grams, 15 grams, 20 grams, 25 grams, and at a very cheaper price. It is subsidized for them, 5 rupee a gram.
5 rupee a gram.
But also it's interesting because some of them are, doing very good work. Like I met one guy who's a jewelry maker, and this guy takes opium and makes nice jewelry. And I wanted to test whether he can do it or not. And I asked him to take his quota of opium and then work on a piece of gold and make a nice nose ring. And he just did it in front of me. That means, he's also able to work after taking his drug.
So ये basically एक ऐसा program था जिससे drug rehabilitation. Okay, so it was not basically to promote but to regularize and rationalize it.
Yes, it was only
such a unique thing I've seen today, because opium card, it says a permit holder's name, father's husband name, religion or caste, apparent age. जो मेरे सामने लिखी है, the age is 65 years.
Yes.
ये कम से कम 5-6 साल पुराना तो होगा. 2003 का परमिट है.
Yes.
तो आज वो आदमी कम से कम अगर जिंदा है तो 105 साल का होगा.
Some of them are dying. Once you die, your card goes back to the excise department. But
and you get 15 tablets per month.
No, depending on the medical report that the CDMO, the chief medical officer, gives.
Okay, it is certified by the CDMO.
This has to be certified by the medical officer that this person is an addict and requires opium to survive, and then says, this is the quota that we are giving you. And on that report, these cards are issued on the basis of that report. And then you get it until you are dead.
हमारा देश भी कितना यूनिक है यार, मतलब ऐसा भी कुछ है, मुझे आज पता चला.
Yeah, many don't know. I didn't know. When I went around talked to the excise people, and they showed me all these data.
I was मैं ये सब काफी अलग अलग टाइप के जो इंटरव्यूज इंस्टाग्राम रील्स में आ जाते हैं, यूट्यूब शॉर्ट्स में आ जाते हैं, तो ये सब मैं देखता रहता हूँ. कुछ टाइम पहले की बात है, राजस्थान में कई लोग बोल रहे थे कि अरे यहाँ तो नॉर्मल है, अफीम की चाय मिल जाती है.
Yes.
Is it a very big part of our culture कि अफीम की चाय मिलना, like इतने लोगों से मैंने सुना है. I have never seen अफीम दिखता भी है.
Even today, we have government opium factory, world's biggest government medicinal opium factory in India, in Hajipur in Uttar Pradesh.
Okay. Even
because it is medicinal.
I'm from MP. वहाँ मंदसौर में भी बहुत बड़ा खेती होती है.
You need it for preparation of medicines. Opium is used in many medicines, including morphine, I believe.
Yeah.
And the seeds are very, very nice when you make aloo posto, which is a delicacy. And posto is the seeds of
opium.
Opium, poppy seeds. So for that also you need it. It's not only that you get high or you get addicted.
But एक चीज है भाई, आलू पोस्तो खाने के बाद जो नींद आती है, उसका कोई हिसाब नहीं है.
But so it's a beautiful thing when you make curry out of it, right? So I don't know, it's just there, part of our culture. It's a delicacy in Bengal.
But is it exploited? Because cocaine is also a byproduct of opium.
It is exploited, but we cannot stop that. How can you stop it? Have we been able to stop it? No. We are getting drugs everywhere. Yes, we should try to stop it, but we are still getting opium, we are still getting heroin, drugs, everything. You see, we are getting hundreds of quintals on ships coming into India, and we are seizing it. Yes, we are doing great work when we are stopping it, but what about the ones which we are not able to stop? It goes into the market. People buy it. there is a demand.
What is the intention of writing this book?
So
When you thought of writing the book?
It is my journey. I also wanted to tell many young kids that, when you smoke, drink, do whatever, be very, very responsible. Sometimes you can, slip and you lose 10 years of your life, 20 years of your life, you get addicted, you are not able to work ever. Many people don't tell you that this is okay, you can still get out of it and you can actually work again, you can do many things in life. And we don't have a very good system of rehabilitation. For instance, the excise departments in the country is not spending enough money to bring in awareness how much to consume, what not to consume. We do advertisements for everything, but we don't do these things on social media or television or radio. We are not putting enough money in rehabilitation centers. We are not putting enough money for people to understand the good, bad, the effects of it. We are just saying, okay, this is bad, you stay away. So how that makes someone feel when you say this person is bad, smoking, take this person away. This person cannot do anything. If you ever feel like that, people tell you this, just don't listen to it. Yes, when it gets out of your control, it is a problem. You know when to stop. You know how much to consume. Like drinking a beer, it's okay, it's a social thing. You drink 10 beers, of course you're going to be on the floor. So it's my journey and I wanted to share my journey. I also wanted to share so many other people's journey. I wanted to tell this is happening, these people are still there, many get arrested and they maybe probably they're doing it for the first time and getting arrested. How do you feel that you lose a good 5 years of your life because you just got into this thing, transporting 1 kilogram of Ganja or Opium for someone or Bhang for someone. You have to know this and you have to tell people that these things are there. You have to campaign and make it easy for many youngsters who get addicted or get into it and never ever given the opportunity to restart. They're just there.
वो शायद ज़्यादा important है.
बहुत ही ज़रूरी है.
उनको एक जरिया मिलना चाहिए ताकि वो उससे बाहर निकल आ सके. एडिक्शन तो शायद किसी भी चीज का गलत है. किसी भी.
आप ज़्यादा शुगर खा रहे हो तो आपको भी शुगर का प्रॉब्लम हो रहा है. बट इफ यू टेल दैट ओके यू हैव टू एक्सरसाइज, यू हैव टू डू दिस एंड दैट, यू गेट आउट ऑफ इट. But with alcohol, with any kind of soft drugs, bhang, ganja, we are not talking about it. We are putting it like hush hush out there, It's a taboo. We are not going to talk about it. The family is not talking about it. Yeah, either we are saying this is good or bad. We are not saying there is a way in between. So that's important. I wanted to talk. I wanted to tell stories about who are these people. How are they? Where are they? Any of us can get into it, get addicted, and we should be given another chance. All of us, we have to give a chance to us, ourselves, and others as well. That's why.
एक question जो मैं जब I was discussing it with my team and they said कि ये जरूर पूछना, एक ही पेड़ है जिससे भांग निकलता है, उसी से गांजा निकलता है, उसी से चरस निकलती है. हेम्प भी उसी का ही एक प्रोडक्ट है. कैनबिस पेड़ की हम बात कर रहे हैं. ऐसा क्यों है कि गांजा और चरस इलीगल है लेकिन भांग लीगल है?
I don't know.
और कैसे बनता है, मतलब क्या पार्ट को गांजा होता है, क्या चरस होता है, ये मतलब प्लीज एक्सप्लेन करिए फॉर ऑल दोस पीपल हु डोंट नो.
So charas is illegal and ganja is illegal. Ganja is the flower, the buds.
Ganja is the flower
and the birds.
Birds, okay.
And the residue when you press it, and the residue that comes out of it is charas.
मतलब उसको अगर आप प्रेस करते हो जो भी टार निकलता है, जो भी लिक्विड निकलता है, that is
charas.
That is charas, which is also called hash.
Yes.
Okay.
And the leaves are bhang.
Acha.
And hemp, when you want to make clothing out of it, you want to make jute out of it. So the entire plant is also.
उसके जो fibers होते हैं, that is
fibers. That's hemp.
हाँ, because आजकल hemp की clothing बहुत
very expensive.
It's very expensive. हाँ,
very
agreed.
expensive.
Because उतना ही process लगता भी होगा उसको बनाने में.
Because this can be a substitute to so many other things.
Like cotton, a lot of people say cotton का बहुत बड़ा substitute है.
We need fiber. to make clothes, shoes, so many other products, bags. There is nothing wrong in that.
Okay. But ऐसा क्यों है कि भांग लीगल है और ये इलीगल है? Is the trip same because you have done both? Is the trip same?
Yeah.
Like trip for all those people जो trip नहीं समझ पा रहे, मतलब जो नशे आते हैं.
It can be different for individuals, right?
Okay.
Why it is like that? Maybe because of the content of CBD, how much is there.
CBD or THC?
THC.
THC.
And also it is maybe a psychological thing. Because when I asked many people, went around, why is it so? Nobody has a clear answer. Till 1985, it was legal, and then suddenly it was illegal. Ganja. But Bhang is legal. Now we are trying to reduce it, bring it down. Maybe in another 10-20 years, we want to stop it completely. Because I see we are bringing in more and more alcohol shops and less of Bhang shops in Odisha. But many people also want it to be legal.
Wow, ये बड़ा डिलेमा है because कहाँ कौन जा रहा है. अच्छा क्या सच है कि भांग पी के लोग पागल हो जाते हैं? ये शो एक बोलते हैं कि भाई वो होली में किसी ने भांग पिया और फिर वो लौट रहा था, वो वहाँ गिर गया, नाले में कूद गया, ये हो गया.
But have you not seen people doing the same thing after getting drunk?
Yeah.
You see many people on the road, on the streets, drunk, passed out. So I don't know, it's a substance and it can react differently on every individual's body. So I am not sure whether you can actually get mad, but yes, if you are addicted, you want it badly, maybe it's a problem.
Is there anything I missed asking you from this book which you really want to talk about?
But the thing is, it is not a research on marijuana. It's my journey, how I was addicted, and meeting so many people who are part of this. Some are Bhang addicts, some are selling Bhang, some are Opium addicts, some are, who just got into problems because of Opium or Bhang or Ganja. These are many people and their stories, and my 10 years journey with it, how I got out of it, and today I don't use a lot of substance, and it's okay, you can do it. It's again to tell all of us that it is okay to try something, but you have to be very, very careful, whether you're sure you want to try it, not going to get addicted. If you're addicted, can you get out of it? We have to talk about it, and if there is a problem at all, we have to solve it. We just cannot create these small pockets saying, okay, these are bad people because they're taking Ganja or Bhang. These are good people because they're only buying alcohol and good stuff from the foreign liquor shop. No. These are all things which get you high. And how much is good, as a society, we have to decide, how much is good. But I don't know how much or how less is good or bad. It's just my journey, and I just wanted to share it with my friends, my family, people in the publishing industry, lots of readers, because I want more people to write about it, talk about it. This is one way to talk about it.
And neutralize the taboo.
Yes, of course.
What is the biggest learning? My last question to you. In all these 10 years.
So it's very easy to start it with friends, but when it's out of control, you're almost out there on your own, friendless maybe. You don't have anybody. It's you who need to fight it out, because it's very easy to get 20 people and smoke, drink, do drugs or whatever, but at the end, when you're lonely, alone, not able to do things, you're going mad, it's your own journey, it's own madness, you have to get out of it. There are very few people who are there to support you, and which is very, very essential, because I have a friend who is now almost like a madman, and I know he's a very, very talented person, but he's not able to get out of it because there is nobody to give him that hope. Otherwise, you see many musicians in this country who smoke up, many talented painters who smoke up in cinema, in literature, in politics. There are many people whom we know smoke, drink, but they're not addicted, they've not reached that madness. But if you're there, if you're listening to me, if you're seeing me, please be careful, because you have to travel, you have to take your own journey, you're out there alone. Please be careful.
On that note, बहुत शुक्रिया Akshaya.
Thank you so much.
For having this conversation and for venting out your heart out.
And one more thing, it's very essential to read. Not only a book on Bhang, any book that is available, please read some books out of your curriculum.
Yeah.
Not only from your curriculum, out of your curriculum, please read a book and please buy it from your local bookstores. It's very essential that these institutions survive. You need bookstores. They get you very good high when you read, and you need to go visit your bookstores, keep them alive. All the cities in India need lots of bookstores.
And I guess for people, for all those people who really want to read, I didn't mention it during the podcast, so bad of me. He is also the founder of Walking BookFairs.
Yes.
It's a हम podcast के end में बता रहे हैं कि आप actually क्या करते हो.
I am the co-founder. So my partner Shatabi and I, we co-founded
Walking
BookFairs.
Well, you may have seen a lot of articles, Instagram reels around Walking BookFairs. Walking BookFair एक कार के अंदर पूरा book fair है where you can go and just explore books. It's a library inside a car.
We have a bookstore now physically in Cuttack and one in Bhubaneswar. So we have two bookstores. Earlier, starting from 2014 till 2019-20, we have traveled more than 35,000 kilometers across the country promoting books.
कितने states?
More than 21 states.
खूब तेल फूका है.
Of course.
खूब पैसा फूका है भाई.
Yes, and also it's not something where you do it only for money. You believe in these writings, these characters, these people, the millions of stories out there which can inspire anybody.
And you put any book, or you guys actually customize?
We promote a lot of literature. We curate our own selections, and we want people to read lots of stories, different characters, not only self-help.
Yeah.
Because there's
well,
some
literature,
kind of
novel का भी एक अपना charm है, self-help का अपना एक charm है, fiction, non-fiction,
you have
हर
to read.
एक चीज की अपनी value है. True.
You keep reading, please, because when you get a 99.99% and you think my reading is done,
that is just 0.01%.
That's too bad, You need to read and you have to tell stories, and this is the best form, and this is where your movies come from. This is where your series come from. This is where everything comes from. Some stories inside your head which you put down on paper. So we need stories badly. That's what I wanted to say.
Super. बहुत शुक्रिया. Thank you for having this conversation.
Thank you.
I really enjoyed a lot having this conversation with you.
And Wassup. And I'm so happy that I'm here, and I wish a lot of people look at it and go read a book. I'm not saying that buy my book only. Please buy a book.
And just
spend
read.
some money on reading.
Super.
Thank you.
Thank you
so
much.
much. Thank you.